Robyn never received any of the money. When we bought our houses, Robyn's kickback from the house went to other family members.
Did Robyn Brown shatter the sister wives family? Or is she just hiding the cracks? Sister wives Robyn, the root cause of the Brown family's endless chaos and dysfunction. But is she really to blame? And sister wives, could Kody and Robyn's dark secrets force them back into plural marriage? And Robyn Brown lost $1.1 million. I will explain everything. Before going to the main topic, I would like to say, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Did Robyn Brown shatter the sister wives family? Or is she just hiding the cracks? As the credits roll on Sister Wives Season 19, one thing becomes crystal clear. The Brown family is still struggling to heal, and a lot of it appears to revolve around Robyn Brown. Two intense halves of the season were presented. After Mary, Janelle, and Christine all abandoned Kody Brown in the first, leaving Robyn as the sole survivor of their once shared marital structure. The second dealt with the aftermath of their split. The second part was darker, detailing the family's sorrow over the suicide death of Janelle and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, in March 2024. However, the complete four-part tell that was the one thing that showed how deep the cracks are, and how Robyn, intentionally or not, keeps making things worse. The long-awaited subject of whether Robyn believes Kody favors her finally came up during the tell-all with host Sukanya Suki Krishnan. Everyone, including fans and relatives, knows the answer. The animosity that ultimately drove a wedge between the family members sprang from Kody's favoritism toward Robyn. Will Robyn be the one? This, she insisted. Once more, Janelle referred to her as Kody's sacred cow, and she responded awkwardly. Moo, you have no idea. No big deal. So what? It feels tone-deaf at best and extremely hurtful at worst, to brush aside legitimate concerns that Kody's prior spouses and even his children have raised time and time again. Kody and the rest of the family are unable to make any progress toward reconciliation because Robyn would not admit the reality of the dynamic, which further isolates her. You have to take responsibility for your recovery, as the seasons prove. Real resolution is improbable until Robyn stops being evasive and takes responsibility for the damage her presence and relationship with Kody have had. Yet another pattern that has been getting more and more annoying. Kody's damaged relationships can be repaired, according to Robyn's unwavering optimism. She insists, despite all that has happened, that a complete family reunion is still a possibility. She isn't merely clinging to hope. She is leading Kody down the path to delusion in the process. As long as he keeps contacting ex-wives, Robyn will keep him stuck in a never-ending loop that will never lead anywhere. This storyline isn't helping the OG3 or the kids who are trying to heal from all the broken relationships. It doesn't help that Kody still appears to be paralyzed by Robyn's every word. The Browns were an integrated multi-generational polygamist household long before Robyn came around. There was a noticeable change in both dynamics and direction when she arrived. In addition, Robyn avoided or offered evasive responses if the tell-all insisted on direct replies. Missing responsibility. Her part in the unraveling went unrecognized. The lack of sound conveys a great deal. Many of Kody's children and ex-wives have expressed dissatisfaction or even wrath at Robyn and Kody for their actions during and after the family's breakdown, and this has caused an impasse between her and any potential reconciliation with them. Furthermore, there is the matter of finances, which persists in fueling animosity within the family. As a last resort in maintaining the polygamous dream, the family invested in the Coyote Pass property, with Robyn and Kody claiming the greatest portion. A heated driveway was one among the many upscale amenities they added to their house later on. A Flagstaff, Arizona, mansion measuring 7,884 square feet and valued at $2.1 million is now their home. The rest of the family, particularly the OG3 and their offspring, stood by and wondered who benefited from the shared funds and how they were used, as they were not included in the luxury. Neither were their worries hushed. Several people, including Mykelti and Gwen Brown, have raised eyebrows about Robyn and Kody's spending habits, drawing attention to the huge gulf between their current way of life and the way the family operated when harmony was paramount. Robyn and Kody constructed a castle on the foundation of a shared fantasy, while the rest of the Brown family made do with dolls, fashionable clothing, and expensive expenditures. Even though Robyn Brown wasn't the only one who caused the Brown family to go apart, she certainly isn't doing anything to help them get back together. She has become an emblem of all that was wrong with the relationship, since she refuses to admit to favoritism, insists on a fantasy reunion despite evidence to the contrary, avoids questions during interviews, and helped fund their extravagant spending. As long as Robyn continues to downplay the severity of the harm, Sister Wives will remain more than just a family drama. The power of denial to sever even the strongest of relationships will be on full display in this ongoing case study. Sister Wives Robyn, the root cause of the Brown family's endless chaos and dysfunction. But is she really to blame? I now see that Robyn Brown, from Sister Wives, is preventing the Brown family from recovering. The 19th season of Sister Wives, which broadcast in 2 parts, just concluded. Patriarch Kody Brown's handling of his OG 3 wives, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, led to his monogamy with 4th wife Robyn in the first half of the season, which aired in late 2024. The second part of the season focused on the Brown family's struggles following the March 2024 suicide of Garrison Brown, the son of Janelle and Kody. Sukanya Suki Krishnan, the show's host, met down with each member of the OG3, Kody, Robyn, and the rest, in a 4-part tell-all series following the season finale to ask them pointed questions and gauge their reactions to the events thus far. The subject of Garrison's death was taboo at the tell-all. Because of Garrison's death, the dissolution of their polygamous dream, and the loss of their traditional family unit, the Browns have been attempting to mend their wounds. Therefore, in my opinion, Robyn is obstructing the healing journeys after watching the tell-all. The subject of whether Robyn believed Kody preferred her was put to her during the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all. Christine, Janelle, and Mary all left Kody because of his partiality. Despite the abundant evidence, Robyn maintained that Kody did not show favoritism, which is an irritating stance for me to hear her hold. In response to Janelle's question about whether Robyn was Kody's sacred cow, Robyn stumbled over her words. "Moo, you have no idea. No big deal. I could care less." I believe that the family's recovery is being hindered since Robyn refuses to acknowledge that she is being seen as Kody's favorite. Her behavior with Kody in their polygamist environment was inappropriate, and I think she would earn more respect if she admitted it. There was a clear divide between Robyn and the rest of the family, but I believe that if the family can come clean about the favoritism, they can move on. For what seems like an eternity, Robyn has been promising the OG3 that Kody's relationships will be fine. Not only does Robyn seem disillusioned, but she seems to be attempting to preserve face by implying that the harm was not permanent and that there are ways to bring the family back together. I don't think Kody will ever stop attempting to gain the upper hand over his exes, especially if Robyn keeps hammering home the point that repairing things is possible. My guess is that if Robyn changes, it might affect some of her connections with the kids. The family's disintegration revolves around Robyn. Janelle joined a polygamist family that had been going strong for a long time, including Kody, Mary, Christine, and herself. When asked questions by Tell All, Robyn either remained evasive or flat out refused to answer. I think Robyn is destroying any chance of a future with Kody's original children and first marriages by not accepting responsibility for Kody's partiality and by acting in a tell-all manner. I am aware that the Brown family finds Robyn and Kody's extravagant spending habits annoying. Robyn and Kody received the lion's share of the Coyo Pass property when it was purchased for the family's remaining polygamist aspirations. They subsequently enhanced their residence with opulent features, such as a heated driveway. Kody and Robyn currently reside in a Flagstaff, Arizona, mansion that is 7,884 square feet in size and cost $2.1 million. Because the OG3 and their children with Kody were not able to enjoy luxury with the family money, Robyn and Kody's spending has produced animosity and dissatisfaction. Some even wondered if Kody and Robyn, from sister wives were taking advantage of their family's wealth to fund their lavish lifestyles and spend more time together. I, along with a few of Kody's children, find Robyn's thoughtless spending habits on things like dolls and clothing to be the root of the problems in the Brown family. In particular, Mykelti and Gwen Brown have expressed out on the difference in treatment of Kody and Robyn's joint spending habits and the family's joint spending habits. Sister wives. Could Kody and Robyn's dark secrets force them back into plural marriage? There was unprecedented family strife in this season of Sister Wives. Unanticipated problems arose in season 19 of the reality show, including a court-ordered settlement of a land dispute over a parcel called Coyote Pass. The season was also dominated by the tragic loss of family member Garrison, who was in his mid-20s when he passed away. Although many of the family members had not regrouped since their breakup with patriarch Kody, they did together for the sole purpose of burying Garrison at a Wyoming plot. During the season's special one-on-one episodes, Kody and Robyn, his last surviving wife, discussed the possibility of resuming their multiple marriage. During his exclusive one-on-one session, Kody discussed his past relationships and the possibility of marrying again with host Suki Krishnan. Kody has only ever been legally married to his youngest wife, Robyn, though longtime viewers of the show may remember that he had a maximum of 4 wives at one point. Christine broke the news of her separation from Kody to the public first among his wives in late 2021. Her initiative was swiftly matched by his business associates Mary and Janelle. In separate one-on-one interviews, the two women discussed the problems in their relationships with Kody. Janelle said that Kody would attempt to attack the women whenever he found out they wanted to leave him. And Christine revealed that there had been a lack of emotional and physical intimacy in her marriage. Apparently, Kody arrived at his one-on-one session ready to clarify things from his perspective. Several viewers pointed out that he became defensive very quickly in response to the queries, and a few even said that he appeared agitated the whole time. Suki brought up the fact that Kody was officially in a monogamous relationship with Robyn, as his exes Janelle, Christine, and Miri had all decided to end their relationships with him. She went on to inquire if, in the future, Kody may consider returning to polygamy, similar to the beliefs held by his upbringing sect. Kody definitely gave this some serious consideration before responding. He was forthright and unflinching in his assessment. Actually, Kody's statement about his intention to avoid the polygamy he practiced in the past could not have been more direct. No was Kody's frank reaction to Suki's inquiry. Since we have already been unsuccessful, I will explain why. Plural marriage is something I will never do again. As he continued to explain why the idea of plural marriage no longer interested him, Kody used some quite crude language. Plural marriage is no longer something that interests me. The headache would be too much for me to bear, so I'm not going to pursue another woman. According to him, he was not in that area. However, Kody did note that his children were the only positive outcome of his parents' several marriages, and he expressed his gratitude for the experience that had brought him all those children. Although she took a different tack, Robyn also said that she doubted she would return to plural marriage. In other words, she elaborated on her long-held belief that she would marry multiple times during her life, and how her relationship with Kody had ripped her destiny away from her. My life's trajectory was going to be different. I was going to be a part of a large family and live in a multiple marriage. I no longer possess that. Still, Robyn was quite clear that she felt safe in her marriage by reiterating her vow to always choose her spouse. There must be others in the family besides Robyn and Kody who have decided to forego polygamy. Christine, who was one of his exes, has remarried and now asserts that she was born to be a monogamist. She revealed that the two-person dynamic suits her and her new boyfriend, David Woolley, quite fine. Kody Brown's relationship with Robyn Brown is breaking down. Opinion? But why? Robyn Brown was the clear preference of Kody Brown for a long time. Robyn enjoyed some privileges, such as the luggage rack, because she was the sole lawfully wed wife. For Kody, she was more important than anybody else, and she was also his emotional companion. With all of the patriarch's previous marriages in shambles, his connection with Robyn is severely damaged. Their marriage, which they had portrayed as a love tale in season 18, took a different turn in season 19. The dynamic has changed. That much is certain. Robyn, who was once the quiet peacekeeper, is now displaying angry outbursts. As for Kody, the empire he built is falling, and he is still blaming everyone but himself. He is floundering. Kody was introduced to Robyn in 2010. Their courtship was broadcast live on TLC, so viewers could see every private kiss. Christine and Janelle Brown were Kody's spiritual parents, while he was legally married to Mary Brown at the time. In Lehi, Utah, the polygamous tribe appeared to be doing well as they raised their big family. On the other hand, Robyn stood for innovation. She seemed to understand Kody's preferences in a companion better than him, and she was younger and more passionate. Robyn was clearly involved by the end of season 1. After Kody legally adopted Robyn's children from a prior marriage and divorced Mary in 2014, she became his 4th wife and only legal wife. The dynamic between Robyn and Kody was different from the start of Sister Wives. It was more open, heartfelt, and affectionate. Robyn was cast as the love protagonist, whereas the other wives frequently felt more like co-parents or business partners. That dynamic was shown on cinema for a long time. Robyn and Kody insisted they were soulmates even while the others became frustrated. However, the once unbreakable tie is beginning to weaken. Robyn's confessionals are starting to incorporate more than simply sighs, eye rolls, and emotional detachment. They are starting to incorporate downright frustration. Robyn has expressed her dissatisfaction with Kody more openly than in any previous season. 19. A real altercation between the two even took place on television. It was fascinating to watch Robyn assert herself and confront her 18-year-old father. Being the sole survivor of a dysfunctional family is not something she ever asked for, as she has stated on multiple occasions. She may have profited from Kody's partiality for a while, but now she must bear the brunt of his dysfunction. Over and over again, Robyn has stated her desire for a family, rather than only the man. Kody, who is still grieving the deaths of his 3 previous marriages, is guarded and sulky, and that's all she has left. Robyn, a mother of 5, appears to be beginning to feel the pinch, which is difficult to empathize with. Things are getting tense between you and Kody. Robyn also appears to be unhappy in her multiple marriages for the first time. Despite Kody's recent statements about his unwillingness to live a multiple lifestyle, Robyn holds out hope that she may give it another go in the future. Kody has been the spouse that needs the most attention and care for quite some time. He believes the show is just about him and is very conceited. The concept of heading a multi-generational family became central to Kody's sense of self. He takes great pride in the idea that he was the patriarch who maintained harmony among his many wives, children, and religious beliefs. However, at this very moment, that system is giving way. Christine then departed. January stepped aside. Finally, Mary severed ties. Kody and Robyn are the only ones left, sitting in a deserted house where anger, bitterness, and reality TV cameras fill the air. As far as the Sister Wives family is concerned, the dream has died. Not to mention that Kody is still avoiding actual accountability. He insists on blaming the women for their strained relationship. The epidemic is the one he holds responsible. The reality, though, is that Kody's control and ego-driven leadership style was unsustainable from the start. Since Robyn is the sole survivor, the foundational flaws have become glaringly obvious. A low, visibly irate Kody was recently seen at the Dallas airport. Is it possible Robyn has reached her breaking point? She's making an effort to remain composed, but the mental strain is evident. She has served as his sounding board, therapist, and last audience. There is no marriage in that. Damage control, that is. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.